I have with me here a very young man who took upon himself the mission that Vivekananda has to be reached to all the youngsters. Okay. So, what is important to know here is, here's a young man who got inspired, who got transformed, who then looked at the world and said, look, if there is something that I can do, I should do what I got benefited from. And what he did was, he started taking the books of Vivekananda, going to schools, meeting young school kids, and then to be able to share that with them. Not only does he do the literature distribution, he also addresses them in Kannada, in their mother tongue. It's very important to understand that. And then, of course, the most important thing is to be able to conduct an exam to check how much of it they remember. This is not like a formal exam, right? And I kind of get some numbers like he has conducted exam for more than 70,000 students in the past several years across several districts of Karnataka. Okay, so this amazing Nithyananda Vivekavamshi runs a very interesting trust. It's called Viveka Vidya Vahini Trust, based out of Mysore. So if you closely observe, it's not that you need to have a speaker coming from abroad or from across somewhere in the world to come and tell you how they did it there. It's happening in your backyard. And the point is to be able to understand these people, maybe drop in their place like Anji's Kaliyuva Mane or Viveka Vidya Vahini, and then see how they go about it and all that. So on that note, I'd like to welcome Sri Nithyananda Vivekavamshi to come and address us. He's going to take the 18 minutes, show a couple of small video clips, and also put us into action. The topic on which he is going to talk about is reaching Vivekananda Ideals to the youth at large. Nithyananda ji, come. Give him a big round of applause.
Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayorshitva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸೂಚನೆ ಇದೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ನ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಓದ್ತೀನಿ, ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದಷ್ಟು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ತಪ್ಪಾದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಬೇಕು. ನಮಸ್ತೆ, ಗುಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. Vivekavamshi is my Facebook and other social media handle name. Vivekavamshi means Vivekananda's flute or instrument in other words. I have removed that name from Facebook because some people were misunderstanding that I was from Vivekananda's lineage. Society recognizes me as an orator, writer, and thinker. But more than all this, I want society to recognize me as a dedicated worker. So I am devoting my energy to be a tireless worker rather than a speaker, writer, or thinker. My hometown is Mandya. I have made Mysore the center of my activities for now. The reason is, same as today's topic, reaching Vivekananda ideal to the youth at large. In Mysore, where 14 lakh people live within 10 kilometers radius, is more suitable for my work than Mandya, which has a population of 2 lakh. Hence, I am focusing more in this area. I came into public life at the age of 16. As a child, I was influenced by Swadeshi activist Sri Rajiv Dikshit ji and Pujya Swami Purushothamanand ji Maharaj of Sri Ramakrishna Ashram. Later, I read the lives of freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Veer Savarkar, and got influenced by it. Organizations like ABVP, RSS, Ramakrishna Ashram, Azadi Bachavo, Swadeshi Andolan, Yuva Brigade shaped my public life. By the age of 18, I was a popular radio jockey in a private FM. At 19, I had 2 government jobs in hand. At 20, had a bike and own house in Mandya city. Nothing more was required to lead a happy and settled life. But it seems that Vivekananda, who was deep inside, was not satisfied. Swamiji might have the desire to make his tool to work more. Thus, by the grace of Guru, I joined RIMSE, the B.Ed College of Ramakrishna Ashram, Mysore. Swami Vivekananda had made a huge impact by the time I completed my master's degree in value education. From there, I directly joined Vivekananda Kendriya Vidyalaya in Arunachal Pradesh as a teacher for tribal children. Within a year, I yielded to the insistence of my parents and returned to my hometown. In return, I conditioned them to grant the freedom to live my life as I wished. From the age of 24 years to 30 years, I worked in many nationalist organizations for about 6 years. Due to the ideological differences or because of my unsuppressible own ideas, I finally left all organizations and established one independently. That is Viveka Vidya Vahini. The experience of so many years of public life, thinking and brainstorming had shown me a new path which suited my nature and which would lead to the upliftment of society. It is value education. Education is the remedy for all the ills of society, said Swami Vivekananda and many other gentlemen. However, in these days, as the number of educated people is increasing day by day in India, are not the evils in the society also increasing? When I thought about that, I realized that the education that is being given now and the education that Vivekananda said are not the same. Only value education has the power to overcome the evils of the society, and it is definitely not the Marx-based education. Rather than treating the problems when it arrives, it seemed more appropriate to give strength to deal with the problem at its source before it starts. On this understanding, I determined to create an environment in which value education is widely imparted in the society, especially in high schools. All I had was determination and enthusiasm. I had no money in hand. There were no people with me. There were no possibility of getting support for my idea. However, the hope of achieving the goal did not go away. In order to spread value education, I started giving books of Swami Vivekananda to children in schools. Especially a short book called Vidyarthi Gagi by Pujya Swami Purushothamananji of Ramakrishna Ashram. That book had a great influence on me in childhood, but this work was not very successful to bring the expected change. 90 out of 100 children did not read the book and just kept it. Do the values in the book go to the head if you just keep them? No. I made some plans for it, conducted many experiments on trial and error method. It was then that Nirmana project was born with subtitle, The Construction of Powerful Minds. As the name suggests, the purpose of this project was to empower the minds of the majority of students who are trapped in at least one of these 5: cinema, cricket, mobile, TV, and drug addiction. Vidyarthi book is the central key of this project. There are reasons why I choose this book to impart value education to students. Point number 1. Since it is written only for students, there will be no political and religious opposition to this project in the schools. Number 2, this book has a magical significance. There are many examples of people who read this book in their childhood and grew up to be great men. Point number 3, the book has been reprinted more than 35 times and had sold over 12 lakh copies till date, which speaks the importance of this book. Point number 4, through this book, the students can come in contact with Ramakrishna Ashram, which is ocean of values. I believe that through this, more profit can be made in terms of personality development. So the book was chosen for all these reasons. But if students are simply given a book and told to read it, will they read it? Definitely not. But what if a test is organized on it? Prizes for high scorers? If all the participants are given a certificate, wouldn't children read the book then? Yes, our idea was successful. The children read the book enthusiastically as soon as we announced exams. Students studied even well for their desire of the prize. Many students studied as hard as they could because of they couldn't win, at least they get a certificate. After reading the book, the children started thinking about it. Few started following some of the ideals in it with discipline. Both students and teachers themselves recognized that this had a significant impact on their personality. We also got this feedback in the answers of the question paper. This is the question paper. One Vidyarthi book, one question paper, one certificate for each student, and book prizes for winners. This is the certificate, and we are selected these books for giving children's. We also took special care in the selection of those books. Biographies of great leaders, scientists, artists, achievers, soldiers, freedom fighters of our country were given as prizes. The small books of Bharata Bharati series, which are interestingly written in simple language that children can understand, have contributed a lot to the personality development of children. We have also introduced a speciality in the design of the certificate. 3/4 of the certificate is printed with a beautiful portrait of Swami Vivekananda. And the text of the certificate below it. It is very small. You can identify here. It should be like given a certificate to the children. They should also get a big photo of a hero named Swami Vivekananda. It should not cost us money again for the photo. Thus it was one in all idea. Finally, at the end of the certificate, we printed a note for the attention of parents as try to frame this hard-earned certificate of your children. Here, this was here. This is here. We hoped that at least a few frame of Swami Vivekananda photo could be hung on the wall out of 100 houses we reached. In addition, each school was given memento of lamination of Vivekananda portrait. Here, the laminated photo. That laminated memento was the exact copy of the certificate given to the children. In this way, children get an idea that their certificates can be laminated like so. Such paisa vasool ideas were implemented in every small steps. In the first year, we managed to conduct this exam for 10,000 students in this way. We also evaluated 10,000 question papers all by ourselves. But since it had postal transportation risk and the evaluation of such a large number made it a very difficult task compared to the number of our volunteers, we decided to somehow finish the work that year, and from the next year, the teachers of the respective schools would conduct the evaluation. In return, we decided to give a lamination of Swami Vivekananda's portrait to those teachers as well. Thus, the aim of involving the teachers in the project and letting them be influenced by it was also achieved. Alright, why did we have the money to run this project? I did not even have a single rupee in hand, neither had the intention of asking anyone for money. For that, we decided to collect 30 rupees each from students who were the complete beneficiaries of this project. Some friends also donated as much as they could. Thus, the first year plan was successful by giving examination to 10,000 students. Hundreds of people from all over the state of Karnataka contributed their valuable work as volunteers, organizers, lecturers, evaluators. After the successful of the first year, this exam was written for a total of 50,000 students for 5 consecutive years as 10,000 students per year. Okay, but why 10,000 per year? This will be understood by those who have an idea about the printing cost. This number was targeted with the aim of reducing the burden on the students by conducting the examination at the lowest possible cost. We were worried that the students should not hesitate to pay the exam fee and miss out to write the exam. This reduced the burden on the students, but every year the debt burden kept increasing on our heads. Even after deducting discount of Ramakrishna Ashram for Vidyarthi books, discount of Rashtrotana Sahitya for prizes books, discount of question paper and certificate for printing 10,000 numbers, and money saved by carrying luggage in the buses to save courier charges, we had to bear a debt burden of at least 50,000 every year. Hence, last year the fee was increased from 30 rupees to 50 rupees. To add value for that increased money, we took the additional task of organizing a book introduction lecture in each school before exam and a lecture by a saint of Ramakrishna Ashram on prize distribution day. Accordingly, till date, we have conducted Nirmanam exam for 70,000 children across the state. 70,000 Vidyarthi book, 70,000 Swami Vivekananda portrait certificates, 35,000 Bharata Bharati series biographical books of great men and women, 2,100 Swami Vivekananda's laminated photos, 30,000 Vidyutvani books with Swami Vivekananda's message, 30,000 small portraits of Swami Vivekananda that can be kept in purses have distributed by us. At least 600 plus schools, we have conducted about 400 plus lectures, 600 plus prize distribution programs, and introduction to the life of Swami Vivekananda. Through this, we have effectively introduced Swami Vivekananda to at least 1 lakh people individually. This is just the story of one single project we did, which is called Nirmana. You have to believe that we have successfully completed 18 more such projects. Nirmanam, Acharya Kulam, Acharya Pradakshinam, Viveka Vikrama, Viveka Vyuharam, Pradakshinam, Viveka Pradakshinam, Bhuvanavishkaram, Antariksham, Udyamam, Vidyadanam, Namasahasram, Spardhamritam, Sangrahanam, Devasena, etc. etc. 18 schemes are continuously running with the aim of imparting value education in various dimensions. Some Vivekananda statements behind each product have worked impressively. Last year, I conducted a solo bike ride of 4,000 kilometers across 31 districts in 18 days across the state of Karnataka and lectured on value education in 31 schools. So you can imagine our dedication towards imparting value education. As there is limited time to speak, I will cut this topic for now. Even though so much work has been done, no newspaper has written about our work, there is no report about our work in any TV channel, we don't even need it. Except a few saints of Ramakrishna Ashrama, no one patted our work and encouraged us. We have not asked anyone to donate even a single rupee. We are doing our work quietly, that is where we find peace, happiness and contentment. In last 2 years, we organized this Nirmana project in 80 government residential schools of Mandya and Mysore district and made this project to be implemented at the government level. To add to that, the effect of Nirmanam has been demonstrated by the government itself in the Dasara exhibition, which will be visited by millions of people. It is a matter of pride that we have reached the stage of conducting value education in partnership with government. Isn't this the most important thing that can be done instead of blaming the government? Nirmanam will reach its target of 1 lakh in just 2 years as per one of my Facebook posts which was made when I had nothing but a dream. We are going to stop this project there. Do you ask me why? Because today, after recognizing the success of our project, many organizations have already started conducting this exam in their own. This journey, which was started as a step, has now turned into a movement. This can be confirmed by the sales graph of the Vidyarthiyagi book in the publication department of Ramakrishna Ashram, Mysore. Dear friends, we are officially and effectively conducting an alternative education system in the situation that collective value education is not possible in today's Macaulay-based education system. What else do we need? We have dreamed of establishing a value education academy in Mysore in order to make every student aware about value education in a few years. We want to prepare a unique curriculum structure and dedicated resource persons for that. We want to do more research and development in this value education field. We are confident that if not us, someone else will be established it. We will awaken the cosmic power through the intensity of our karmic tapas. We are confident that we will do it. We who did not had a single rupee in our pocket today have transacted at least ₹500 crore of rupees among 1 lakh people on value education. Isn't this the miracle of Vivekananda's power? This is why we believe in the saying, if the intention is pure, if selflessness and sanctity are in you, what you want will find you. Sometimes when we have nothing, we trust Swami Vivekananda, and this is what we say to ourselves. Why compromise on your dreams? Why compromise on your dreams? Make them come true. Come on friends, let's make the dream come true. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat Mata, Jai Vivekananda. Thanks.
I don't know, does he come across somebody who doesn't know how to speak English? All right. So, be here. So, please give a big round of applause to Nithyananda ji for the one reason that actionizing Vivekananda is what he has been trying, right? If at all you wanted a practical demonstration, this is it. I don't know how many of you were kind of following up on the numbers. Either the food was having too bad effect on you, or you have just got the numbers internalized into you. Okay, one of the two. But anyway, on behalf of Vivekananda Janotana Trust and the Amma institutions, we'd like to honor and thank Sri Nithyananda Vivekavamshi for having come here and shared his thoughts. Thank you.